What you doing, mamas?
What color?
Let's go again.
What color you gonna pick? Here, do this one.
The best thing about this project is that I finally found peace. You know, I'm at a place where, like, a lot of the things I was fighting, you know, for my decisions and the things just kind of happening around me, I'm at a place where I'm in acceptance, allowing the things to kind of flow through me versus things flowing around me, me not understanding the energies. And having a daughter just kind of changed the way that I perceive the world. You know, she gave me a new beginning. I look at her and see a version of me that I knew was pure at one point in time. And now that I'm moving around and I'm a dad, I have to make sure that I'm conscious of my decisions. So being the best version of me is not an option. It's something that has to happen. And this project, this represents me and my Wonderlust, me and Magic Land.
Breaking down Golden Girl, about to bless myself.
Around my city, smoking weed.
At this time, it was like 2011, 2010, still trying to find my way. That's my nigga Marcus right there. It started off with them, Marcus, Corey, Twine, the people that believed in me while I was really chasing my dreams. And at that time, we was young, but what we did know that we wanted was not the same thing that everybody else had. The same old life, same old lifestyles of doing the same thing, going to work, coming home. I knew that I had to have different.
I get the 88 with Chrome, put it on switches. 5% tip for them to leave me alone. Pull you over if they see you styling, and I be wildin', rolling while I'm driving. Used to have them thoughts about me staying in college, but now I see why I ain't stick around. My purpose is different.
In 2019, I moved to Houston, Texas, in hopes of expanding my music career and getting closer to my son. And while being down there, I got introduced to DJ Mr. Rogers. He actually posted that he was doing a local artist showcase, so I showed up like I was local. And though I was from Cleveland, I got hella love. But at that time, I was staying out of extended stays, working at a tire shop to make things happen, and then boom, I got my first place. This is it, y'all. This is it. This is what they call the motherfucking launch pad. After almost a year in Texas, I decided I needed to continue my journey back home and finish what I started before I left. Moving back took some adjusting, but soon as I got back, you know, I had to hit up the studio, and he came straight off work, my homie Shakir Nuru.
But down for sure ain't on the state side. It seem to really that shit get your dream fall by the wayside. I'm not the one to make lies, I'm at wherever the cake lies.
Invasion Studios. Not where it all started, but where it started definitely from this point. Then it is a good thing, you know, so I think that every move you make should be a good impression, not only on the people you meet and you network with, but the people watching. So. And that's exactly what I did. Just linked up with some good people, you know, surrounded myself with some good energy, some people from the city that kind of will understand exactly what it took to get to where I was going. And I met my homie Nick Samps at a warehouse, man. We was working at the same time, so the vision was kind of clear for both of us, so we just ran with it. Slum. At this point, all that was on my mind was making a name, and I knew I had to work for it. So now it was time to just drop video after video.
I just hit it once and never call. Back. Loyalty around me, and checks is never late. That's all I want in my life. Just know that I planned it. It ain't paying out like I thought it would. Had trouble flying, but I'm landing. Back in the days, I was chubby and ugly. Now they be calling me handsome. Hit my high school crush like 3 years back. That pussy was amazing. Belly in the flesh, $1,000 suit, how I'm underdressed. Gemini on both sides, just a mess, bitch. One more haters, one less.
I make clothes. These niggas put the clothes on. Niggas just start hitting up about shirts. That's just how it kind of works for me. I just like to make art. So, shit just happened.
The homie Block right there, this was his crib. He had the studio there. In that scoop, he had a clothing line called Commas that sit on the hoodie.
Hey Cleveland, what the fuck is up, man? You already know what it is.
This night was legendary. Opening up for Jay Stone. So many good people in the room. My homie Matt Dennis over there. Swick from L.A.V. So many good people came through to support. And it was just crazy. And this was like right after Nip's passing. So you could tell Stone was still dealing with emotions. But we made sure we showed him hella love. And smoked him out even though we wasn't even supposed to. You know what I'm saying? The only thing on my mind this night was having the best performance. Shit, I even wanted to outperform Stone just to show people that I was serious about my craft and what I was doing. And I think Stone seen that, and I gained hella respect that night.
Play it and pause it.
Let's get it! I let the pen touch the pad. Everything I want is everything that I have. What's next? I hope it ain't death. And see, I got a brain show up at my doorstep trying to blow it. Last name Banks like Lloyd. All about $1 even though I'm unemployed. Employ myself. You like to drink, I like to smoke, so I enjoy myself. Spend so much on marijuana, I need a sponsorship. Spend that shit, cool?
Yeah.
Some tells me you're a performer, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I just had a show with my homie Lavish Picasso. He opened up for Jay Stone.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was last week.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I remember, Tuesday night.
Exactly. And I basically, it was my homie's first show at the Garage.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was dope to open up for Jay Stone. That's your first show at the Garage.
That's pretty good luck.
Yeah, and he told me, you know, he hit me up like, yo, you want to perform our song at the show?
Yeah.
And I said, shoot, yeah, no problem, whatever. So I'm thinking this probably going to go second or something in the list.
Yeah.
He got the song that him did going first.
Things took a weird turn when my grandmother passed. And I didn't cry this day. I thought I would, but I just couldn't bring myself to. Losing my grandfather a couple years before and then losing her was just kind of an eye-opener. That life was too short to hate anybody and then not chase your dreams. And my grandmother was very supportive of anything any of us wanted to do. Is it possible to get everybody to stand behind me? Is that possible? Can everybody stand behind me? Is that whoever want to stand to support me? Is that possible? Roll up and I demonstrate. Lemon haze, that's a different taste. See, I'm high, that's a different space. All a nigga really want to do is ventilate. Roll up and I demonstrate. Lemon haze, that's a different taste. See, I'm high, that's a different space. Show after show, I would just start doing my thing and start to see real people come out to support me. And though the crowds wasn't as big as I wanted in a lot of the events that I did, they was mostly filled with the people that I knew or people that really gave a fuck about what I was doing. Whether that was people I was dating, my exes, which was crazy because I had my girlfriend and my ex in the same crowd at this show. And I was just really feeling good this day. And this was one of my early performances, but you could still see the confidence. You could see that I really wanted it bad. And I just kept going, kept wanting it, kept doing shows, kept doing venues. I didn't really want nothing else in life but to do this. And in order to make it happen, I really had to chase my dreams. So it started with doing shows and making a name in my city. Cam on a shot, you feel me? Yeah, we getting some work done today, man. It's hot as fuck though. Niggas need to cool down a little bit. Making movies. We worldwide with it. Meeting Cam was super random, but a big blessing in disguise. Neither me or Cam knew how far this was gonna come. Shit, he was just down to go wherever with me. And to be honest, that's something I can honestly respect about Cam. But Cali, you see why I came out here, to network and to get into that cultivation game. It was really heavy at that time. This was around COVID, and everybody was getting into the game, getting flavors. And I just wanted my own, or to see the actual process of growing.
At
turn me up in the headphones. Me and my happy place. My homies used to call me Tarzan because I used to stay in nature. But this was the one place I didn't have to be anything. I could just be free, and it just felt like a vacation right at home.
Smoke too much, yeah. I need an ounce to cover my past. Same mind frame, but a candy paint. You can see through it like glass. Niggas dap up and be gang gang, but we peep through it like mass. Try to trap by it, try to ride by it, even die by it, that's sad.
Like Nip would say, the marathon continues. And look at me, drinking a nasty-ass 40 just to get that broken bottle scene. The things me and Nick did to shoot videos, couldn't even tell y'all to have. From a storage unit to an office to a big-ass house to a couple big-ass houses, different states, Airbnbs, $1 million net worth in the span of a year. It's all gonna happen from this storage unit. After so many shows and showcases and me releasing music, I finally got an opportunity to put myself in the spotlight. And this was an event put together by Def Jam, Benny the Butcher, and Stalley. It was basically like a battle for the top 5 of the best rappers in Ohio. So I figured if it's about the best rappers in my state, I have to show up.
We picked a few: Picasso, Scientific, Oddfellow, Asia, Fonzie Bars, and L.P.
All this supervision, I ain't worried about no competition. I'm validated by real ones and street niggas. I'm running miles till it's blisters on my feet, nigga. You wasn't there when we was hungry, you can't eat with us. I lost a lot, but I'm a champion now. Same ones that used to hate, they be a fan of me now. Rockin' gold never gets old. I like that. I was the prince of my city since I was 3 years old.
After winning the contest in Columbus, I was invited out to Benny the Butcher's album release party in ATL. It was dope meeting Benny, knowing that all I do was blast Griselda music, him, Conway, Westside Gun, the whole team. And that's him telling me how he heard my shit and he fuck with it.
I'm headed out of town so we can flip shit twice. Call engineer, he better get shit right. Look, I don't write, we just get right all night. This nigga so good. My niggas rich by the finest shit money you can get. Fuck that talking, hearing that talk. Niggas get wrapped up, clapped up, half drunk. Masked up, hopping out black truck. What we doing? I fuck around, get clapped up.
The Rockefeller era, we bought this, we never settle. Music known by the globe. We travel far now, we shoppers where we sit in cars now. Room for the stars now, but known for rocking hella gold. I rock the light more when you ain't sparking hell to tell me what you grabbed the light for. This
Right after ATL, it was straight to New York. I got invited out by Ninth Prince. I actually got approached by him right after the contest in Columbus. He walked up to me and told me he was a part of Wu-Tang, but I ain't believe it. But then he got to showing me some different things that he was a part of and who he actually was. And come to find out, he was actually RZA's younger brother that was part of the Killer Army. And he heard my set, he thought it was dope, and he fucked with my energy and been rocking with me ever since. So shout out to Ninth, you heard. Having a baby girl on the way changed everything. Changed the way I moved, changed the way I thought. And now I had to go harder. Started with an ounce, now I felt the horse.
I got your bomb right here.
Black Bottle Boys.
Hey, yo.
Another day, another opportunity. But this time it was to open up for Currency. I already knew I had this one in the bag. Ain't too many people from my section that do what I do. And to open up for Currency, I knew I had the perfect catalog. And everything I did up to this point, I knew I worked for it. And I wasn't about to back down from no more challenges. So this one about to be cake.
I'm calling my team up as a bunch of my real brothers. My life is really low. Speaking Spanish for money changes, my business bubble. And turning into a franchise, some money double. I'm really starting to change mine. I'm here with a great mind. You killed my fake dime.
What it say on that vest is exactly how I felt walking through that crowd. Everybody was locked in, almost as if they didn't expect that from me. I went through like 4 or 5 joints that night. I was really only supposed to do 3, but the DJ just kept letting me rock. So I kept rocking. And by the end of my set, I knew I won.
for $2. I'm cool. She gonna fuck for that, bro. That's enough for 2 single cigarettes. Probably more for.
I don't even want to fuck. I just want some dick. How much is one crystal meth? How much is one crystal?
Hours before any show I did, we would just chill, smoke, laugh, kick it. It was really just the energy of being regular that kept me who I was throughout the whole journey. And it's like you do big crowds, you do small crowds, it don't even matter. At the end of the day, it's just about the creativity and the level of greatness that you hold within yourself. And I think for me, that's something that kept me great. And though it may sound cocky, it is what it is. Plus, I was always the one to watch the room, making sure everything was everything, mingling with everybody, showing love. So that way, when people see me on stage, it wasn't, oh, look at him. It was, oh, shit, look at him. You know, so everything up to this point just kind of made sense. And doing this show for Currency, opening up for Spitter, was not just a dream, but it was something that I manifested.
Michael Nice.
After performing, my only mission was get my music to Currency, put my music in Currency's hands. So when he came down the stairs, I took my opportunity, hollered at him, wasn't on no weird shit, just handed him my CD.
No plate running, I need a rental. I used to drive a couple hours just to clear my mental. Family lost, they've been trying to figure what I'm into. It's all scales and bells. I put my re-up in the water, it's gonna look like a whale. The stories I tell is L. Came up on noodles and drinking water, nah, for real.
After dropping a few EPs and a few singles, I was on this wave, this gritty, ill wave, and I just had this energy in me that I had to get out. And I dropped projects like Cash America 2. I was working on the Against All Odds album. Shit, that was a real ill time. And I met my homie Moon Man, who will produce a couple songs for the album. It was just so much going on in my life at this time, but all I was focused on was the music. That's all I could focus on. And though people may have a lot to say about me, one thing I've always done is this music. While working on Cash America 2, we went back to New York to go shoot the Avengers video. I couldn't get enough of this city. It's like my third home. L.A. would be the second. But yeah, we was working on the Avengers joint for the project, so we shot visuals out in New York. Me and my homie Prada, who go by Hyena now. And yeah, everything was dope. All the energy was chill. Everybody was accepting of us everywhere we went. It was just good vibes. I think we all needed to get away from the city. The city got so much negative energy. Just to see something else and do new things provides opportunity to be better.
All right, welcome back to the Big App Radio Show. And let me talk first this time. That's tight. Thanks, sis. Love you, girl. And we got Fight still in the building with us, man. My boy, what's the deal, Silly?
I'm not gonna lie. You keep throwing me off because you're not addressing me by L, LP.
No, I'm just throwing it up.
Picasso.
Nah. I want the world to know. I know you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I know you in real life.
He wants people to think y'all friends.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta do people. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? They're beneath us. You know, I'm really a part of the in crowd.
So
I know exactly.
Since that's your friend, did you know that your friend is gonna freestyle?
No, I didn't know that. You ain't tell me this, bro. What's up? You about to freestyle, bro?
Surprise.
With all the life that I go through on the daily, you wouldn't last it all. I get it all, whether win or fall. I'm like a psychic, swear I knew what I had before I played my cards. I'm like LeBron James, rookie card. It will be rare to have it. I'm sitting on the mill and that's just rumor has it. Make 10,000 disappear, they think I'm doing magic. Money talks, I'm rushing the hours while you still stuck in traffic. My main bad, it ain't no need to brag. Stress to kill and all the murder she got, make the reaper mad. You in the past and I'm in my bag. I leveled up right in front of my pop, so I don't speak to dad.
Though it didn't look like it, I was super nervous this day. I got a chance to freestyle for Big Hef. And for those that's not familiar, Big Hef is somebody that's really huge in the city when it comes to music. One of those bridges. People that's hardly seen but always working. And this was my opportunity to shine. And though at this time I was working on Summer's Falling, I still had to let it be shown that I do come with them bars you heard.
I say, I used to love cash, till I learned power was above cash. A nigga robbed me to everything I had to tuck cash. Look what we must have. From stick-up kids to those who sold crack, we had to bust packs and to kill a nigga if we have to. I'm a god, turn your bitch to a nun like Sister Act 2. I heard they snake, well we strapped too. We get the drop, then we show up in hoodies and all black shoes.
This was the night I opened up for Jay Worthy. I swear Wallace was always throwing me some plays, man. Shout out to Wallace. He really put a lot of the shows together at the Grog Shop, Beachland, and at B-Side. He really that dude. That's my nigga Mellow Man Funk, the illest, Jackson. It's so cool watching this footage over because when you performing, you just kind of like in the moment, just focus. So seeing Jay Worthy perform was a good time. I listen to the homie often. I got hip a couple years ago, so I smoked good and enjoyed the vibes.
My first car was an 84. Now it's slamming AMG Mercedes though. Use a trick, still paying hoes. She a flip, yeah, I bet you all the homies know. That's my BCOBL. Hear me on the DL. Back to back Range Rovers with the BM. I own it free to homie. All the homies wanna be here. Live because with the beach, man. Hell yeah. For sure. Alright, come on, man. Come on, man. I got all my boys here with me too. You gotta tap me with them.
After a year of practicing, I finally started making beats. Me and Nick had an idea for a project, called it Samples, and I was going to produce the whole thing. It was my first time producing a whole project, so in my mind, there was a lot of pressure. But it was fun too at the same time, playing with samples, playing with sounds. And though we did use samples, it was his name mixed with mine, Samson L.
The craziest thing about making beats, bro, is trying to find a melody to use that's gonna work without it not matching the bass, not matching the hi-hats. When it do, that shit is magic.
Protect myself with this bliss. If you try approaching my shit, had my daughter around my neck. Didn't care if the rope was real, cause I knew when I get rich, my neck would cost a couple mils. I'm talking fancy linguine dishes. Party of 25, cause I would never spend $1 million unless it's coming back to mine. My nigga get familiar. Let's go. Living life with the ceiling up. Neighbors cross the hall, say we too loud and they can't deal with us. If she gon' go to sleep after you fuck, you did your business, bruh. Have her waking up to mimosa and French toast. I been go. Rolling up points, we been roll. Might let her wear my hoodie, grocery shopping while I been smoke.
Nigga just wanna be dead without the glory as well. And rolling leaves out the bell. We never running out. I make a call and get it right. My distro say he coming out. That Cleveland shit is in me forever. Them up the way ways. The answer is the reason I ball. That's why I grew braids and always putting chips in the bag. We like the new lays. The way I put the pen to the pad, feel like it's school days. You a rookie in the squad, I'm the school bully. This just me loading the gun. Wait till I pull fully. It took a while to get the money, right?
After releasing Samples with Nick, I just wanted to start working on this Against All Odds album. So I was still in my Cash America mode. Wasn't really performing songs off Wi-Fi, Self, shit, not even Summer's Falling. I was straight Cash America. It's just how I felt at the time. And though I was at a point in my life where I wanted to get out of that, I had to express where I was. My life was always reflecting the music, and that's just how it is. The moment where nothing else matters. where I don't care about music. I don't care about the fans. I don't care about the creativity. Nothing else matters. Just me and my daughter. Having her literally changed everything. I thought I would be the same, but so much has changed. It made me really want to step up what I was doing outside of music. And I'll never stop music, but even if you are pursuing music full time, the money isn't what it's always supposed to be. So I feel like if you are an artist, try to have something that's bringing you passive income, or do something that you could take care of your household regardless, so it makes you not want to give up. So here I am taking a break. No music for a while, no shows. Just me and my baby.
All right. What's his name?
Izani. My son said he could beat me in pool.
I could.
You could break too. I want to see it.
In 2012, I had my first child, Izani Sono. I was young at the time, but me and his mother was really just trying to figure out how to live. And with day-to-day processes of growing up, we eventually grew apart. And I spent a lot of time away from my son. But rekindling that energy and building that bond was always something in the back of my mind. And everything I did, I had him in mind. Sometimes it just took time. But Izani, I love you, man. And I'm doing everything for you and your sister. Me and Ken went down to New Orleans for 420 to kick it with Spitter. He throw these annual car shows every year, pull out his crazy old schools, people pull up with they shit. It's a dope time. Currency was one of my favorite rappers growing up. Shit, him, Wiz, Big Crit, they raised us for real. So coming down to show Spitter love was something that was always on my bucket list. And I did that, you heard? Had a good time, ate some good food, smoked that Andretti OG. While down south, we decided to look at some houses. We was torn between Georgia and Texas, but while in Louisiana, we took that drive and checked out some cribs and stopped at Whataburger.
All right, quick review of the house, y'all.
This shit sucked. This shit was trash. Hopefully it's some better houses, man. I know Houston got beautiful houses, man, but this one right here was trash. Man, this is different. They had changed it here. So the old owners don't own it no more. So when I was living down here in like 2019, I had to find a job, you heard? This was the first job that I had in Houston. And the day I filled out, or the day after I filled out the application, they called me like, yo, come up here and work. And I came up here, you know what I'm saying? It was real cool. I met some really good people. Just went up in there and it's not owned by the same people no more. It's owned by like different owners and shit. The field that we would get trucks in, and when the truck pull up, it had like over 1,000 tires in it, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be in like one of these trucks right here. And we had to separate the tires by size. It'd be like 1,000 tires on there, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, hard, hot days out here working, man. Just trying to provide for my son, man. That was the first time that I had moved out here and I came out here, man. So it's really huge to be back in this space like this. Even though it's not owned by the same people, it's still huge, yo. So I used to park my car like right here. Park my Monte Carlo, smoke a little bit, get ready for my shift and shit. Yeah. So it's kind of like unreal, or what they say, surreal, to even be over here.
In the early production stages of Wonderlust, I had a breakdown. Because Wonderlust really wasn't even supposed to be a project I was working on against all odds. But the inspiration from that time would create a new world for me. Me falling apart, but pulling myself back together. But appreciating the magic and the wonder that exists within how I move. I'm not like everybody else, and that's cool with me.
Miami a vibe, yo. Like, it's like, it has that rebirth feeling. And when you hear it, you can capture a lot of what it has. It's like every environment is conducive to like what you're trying to grow into, you know what I'm saying? You want to have rich soil. You want to grow in that rich soil. So when you're working on projects, when you're creating something, it's highly important for you to have an environment that's conducive to your creativity. Because without that environment, I mean, shit, you just create a place within. And that's cool and all, but Wonderlust is about everything around me, you know? From the plants to the air, to the water, to the people, to the food, to the Latin vibe. It's just all artsy, it's just all colorful. So that's why I came to Miami to work on Wonderlust. And I'm hoping that this album can make people feel how I felt when I came to Miami, you know what I'm saying? Real funky. This one's for the soul. Grew up in my center, I was praying and making salat. Then fell off of my dean, them spots, I was making them hot. Never thought I'd trade in a hustle for the music. It's a new game of numbers and a new field of users. I got so many blueprints in my mind, I feel like Hov. The goal ain't to be famous, the goal is to have gold. And funny thing, people selling souls for nothing that grows. Out that gutter came a rose. So what the value like, it's a downtime.
Crazy thing about being a dad is you never really know how important the responsibility of having someone in your care is until you think back of who had you in your care, the things that you grew up in, all the experiences that changed, shaped, and molded you is the same things that you have to break through to become the new you. So the things that we pass on to our children are most very important. And we have to be mindful of the love, the energy, the music, the cultures that we share with our children, because they will create our new world.
Making changes, went from posters on the wall to rolling doobies with Spitter and sharing stages with Starley. Lil' bro and big bro'd up, I got my own name, seen them all chasing the fall. I carved my own lane, trying to build a business and a brand off mine.